Okay, so you've got your video interview and you're practicing. You've looked at my previous videos about how to record the interview, things to keep in mind, tips and tricks, and whether you should use your mobile phone or your webcam. So those will all help you through this journey of your application. What you want to think about also is what types of questions are you going to be asked? So I've got a few questions which are common competency-based questions that most video interview agencies or companies will ask if it's an office type environment or job, which most of them tend to be if they're doing video interviews. So you'll get questions, things like, what do you know about our company? So you want to make sure you've done research on the company you're applying for, so you can give them the main headline facts, things like how many people work there, the types of departments they've got, what they offer, what the actual service is it business to business, is it business to customer, do they do multiple clients? So all these things will be available mostly on their website and their social media, so make sure you're in tune with that. They'll ask you things more personal, things like tell me about yourself. With this, you want to make sure you're tailoring it to the role. So if it's a job IT related, give them examples about yourself in scenarios relating to IT. So there's no point telling them, oh, you could do swimming or football or some stuff like that, more active. You could say I'm very active, but I like to use technology as part of my active role. So I have a CrossFit trainer which is linked to the internet. So things like more technically based that show your relevance to the role, being an IT role. That's an example. Other things like, how do you deal with stress and failure? So you want to be able to keep in your mind a time you've had a stressful situation, how you handled it, and give an actual story answer. So don't just say, oh, I tend to do da 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 da. Say, well, the last time I was in a stressful situation was multiple people wanted my help, so I made sure to communicate to all of them and tell them, this is my regime, this is how I can give you different time slots throughout the day to make sure you're all serviced. Example. So what's your ideal work environment? So things like, would you like to work from home? Are you happy in a open office environment? Do you have an office yourself? Do you get multiple distractions? So you want to give a scenario around that and give an example of what you find comfortable, but keep yourself open. And in your research, you may already have found out what type of company it is and how they operate, so you can use that to your advantage. You'll have other situations like, tell me about a time you had a challenging situation and how you overcame it. So that's a competency-based question. They're looking for clear challenge you faced, what you did in the peak of the challenge, and how you overcame it. So that's basically your 3-step prong to answering questions like that. Tell me about a change you've had to deal with, which I've covered. What are your strengths? So in the same way, what are you good at? And also, what can you improve? So your weaknesses. So make sure in your head you've got an idea of, actually, I'm quite good at the technical side. However, I'm taking additional courses to help me with the software side. So that's your weakness, but you're already taking steps to improve that and you're open to improvement. So that's where they want to go with that. Common question, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? So make sure you've got a plan of where you want to go. So that's basically your competency-based questions. How you want to think about it is, when they ask you the question, in your mind, think of the 3 steps. What's the challenge of the question? What did you do to prove you overcame it? And how do you move forward and learn from it? So that's basically a quick few questions that common interview scenarios will ask you. Relate it to the role and don't go too far off topic with it, and give precise answers, because remember, they're going to be making notes of this. So you want to say it in a way with keywords that they can note down, so they can tick that actually he met that competency. So they'll have like a little questionnaire they do at the end of that, just checking what you said against what they want in the job role. Again, job description, make sure you read that and you're answering it, ticking off job description tasks which prove that you are able to complete those key requirements of that role. Hoping this helps you as part of my online application series. So if you're applying for jobs, I've done a few videos about this. Check out the playlist, which will give you all about applying online and how to record a good video interview. Best of luck and see you on the next video.